Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've been properly face-to-face and I decided this video would be a good one because I don't really have an introductory clip filmed for today's video, since basically this is me painting pens and this is just process I took from my SkillShare class that did make it to the class. So it doesn't quite have an introductory clip, so I just thought I'd pop in. I just want to say thank you for you to click in this and I hope you enjoy it. I'll show you the process of this guy, also this gal, and these guys as well. I don't have the rest because they're actually sold and I already sent them to their new homes. But if you wanna get these guys, the link will be in my shop and you can get them. They're one of a kind. They're pretty much just the only ones I have. I still have a tub filled with my older pens, which I will put on my shop eventually at a reduced price because I feel like these ones are much better quality now that I learned a few tricks and I am just getting better at them generally. So I think these are much better quality, much more even. So the other ones will go up on my shop with a more reduced price, so let's say. Without further ado, let's get started on the video. Okay guys, welcome to the voiceover portion of the video. So this video is mostly going to be voiceover since I was just not talking while I was painting this, and the parts that I was talking are in my SkillShare class. So if you want to check that out, that's my new class. It will be in the link below and you can learn in more detail how to do these pens with me. I also still have my watercolor class, so if you haven't checked that out yet as well, that will be also in my SkillShare class page. And if you don't have SkillShare, I also have a link that provides you with 2 months free. It also helps me out a little bit if you get in there. So that'll all be down below, and let's just talk about the pens itself. So I'm basically just using air clay, and I'm not using any particular brand because I'm just using the one from my dollar store. I'm not picky with clay. It works, it's fine. And then I'm just using gouache to paint. It's pretty much the easiest thing for me. I know some people paint with pens and watercolor sometimes and just acrylics, but it's just easier for me to use gouache. I'm pretty comfortable with the medium already, and it sticks, it's nice, it's mess-free for me, so that's just great. I really enjoy doing these pens, and I don't know, they do well in my shop, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I still have 4 left from the ones that I did. The other ones already have a new home. The ones that have faces, they have gold foil eyes. I don't show that part here in this video, mostly because I'm still a very noob when it comes to gold foil, so I don't think I have a lot of input to give yet. Maybe in a few months if I use it more. This was actually my first time using it in a project. I got it to do the cards that I had done in the past. If you see my video about me making the cards, I'll link it. Yeah, but it doesn't work because of the material. It doesn't quite stick. So for varnish, I'm just using a normal nail polish. I'm not picky with materials, and in my class I wanted to show that you could do this with pretty much anything you have at home. So all of these pens are not in my class. The first pen is the one that I use an example for the class, and then this one was just to show you other possibilities in the class. So from here on, all of these are not in the class. I asked if you guys had any questions, and my friend Pokumashu, hi if you're watching, she sent me 3 questions, and I also have another question from Nerdy Pudding, which I adore that name. And I'm just going to answer them while we're just watching this. If you have any questions about the pens or what materials, you're always welcome to just leave a comment. I really like interacting with you guys. My friend Pokumashu asks the first question, which is, what are your most desired art materials? It's kind of a tricky one for me because I kind of settled on this area of watercolors and wet mediums and stuff. So I know I would really love just a variety of palettes. It's mostly I just want more watercolor palettes, even though I pretty much just use the same. But I'm really curious about the Magello Mission Gold paints. I'm supposedly getting them. I did a trade with my friend and he didn't use his palette, so he just sent it to me, but it's kind of stuck in the mail. with all of this, so we'll see whenever I get it. I'm really excited to try it, and as soon as I get it, I'll do a video about it, don't worry. I'm also really so much curious about the Paul Rubens palettes. They are everywhere. I've tried contacting the salesperson, but they keep ignoring me. So no luck there. But I really want to try them because it just seems so amazing, and I have multiple friends that do love that paint, so very curious. I'm also super curious about the Prima watercolors, which I don't think they're called that now. I think they're like something philosophy. I'm really curious about them, and I have tried one pan that a friend of mine had, and it was so nice. I really liked it. It was more thick in texture than I thought, but I really liked it. So I think I kind of just want to try more watercolor palettes itself, because and maybe I would really like to have a display tablet, like a big one, because I love my iPad. I do, I love it. But sometimes I don't know, I'm curious what it would be to use like a proper tablet. I don't know, it's just curiosity, really. If I could have a tablet, I would love it. Plus my boyfriend really wants one as well. He also draws, and we always joke about just like getting one. So maybe in the future, who knows. What else? I don't know, I'm pretty content. I would like just more paper in general, just try different more papers, but that's kind of a different question already, so. Which goes to, what are new mediums, art mediums that you're most curious to trying out? If you haven't tried them all, of course. I haven't tried them all, obviously. I don't have that kind of range, but the ones I'm super curious is actually vellum paper. I've heard good things about it. Like, it's basically almost like a plastically film. I've seen a few artists use it, and you basically just do the line art in one end, and then the back you do the painting. It's a bit of a technique, and I'm really curious about it, but I haven't just got around to it because it seems kind of tricky and I don't think I'll be that good. I'm super curious as well now about hot press watercolor paper. I for years was advocate just cold press. Hot press sucks, I hate hot press, and now that I'm using more inks rather than watercolor, I am finding myself liking hot press more and more. I just recently got Etcher Lab sketchbook, and it's cold press, and I'm beginning to think that I should have just asked for hot press instead, but what's done is done. I just need to get more used to it, because I don't know, I'm finding that the way that the texture works in cold press is much different than what I'm used to, like for example, like 20%, 25% cotton paper. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, because it's just so much observant and the texture is not quite the same I'm used to. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But okay, another thing I'm very curious about, which I wouldn't call this, like for example, ceramics, and I did ceramics in university a little bit, but I would love to go back to it. And I really like it, and I also really like printing. I did it in metal sheets in college as well, and it was just so fun, and I would love to go back to it. But other than that, for example, I've tried oils. I like oils, but they're kind of messy for me and they take a lot of space, so I don't quite use it, and plus I don't really like canvas, and it's just, I don't know, I enjoy it but I don't really use it. Acrylics is not for me. I don't really know how to use acrylics because I just tend to use it in watery form, and then when it is like super thick, it messes me up. I just don't know how to work with it. And the pastels, both dry and oils, I absolutely hate so much. I despise them so much. I basically liked working with a brush or something. I don't know, I just working with that stick. No, it's not for me. I don't know why, but I just cannot deal with it. What are your favorite artists and ones that you studied consistently or inspired you by? Basically, I'm just a basic person and I'm just really like Audre Claire, Jacqueline de Leon, Tori, like Victoria Vedgalas, I think that's her name. But she mentions that I studied. I wouldn't consider that I particularly studied someone, but when I was getting started on drawing, I was really obsessed with the comic witch, and I redrew them lots of times. I was consistently just seeing how they were, so I guess you could say I studied that style of art. And I was also super obsessed with clump when I was growing up. I had a page in my diary just filled with printouts of Clump especially was the name of the mage in the Rayard Heart something. I'll remember and I'll put it up here. I was super obsessed with him, but I think I mentioned this in a previous video. I was pretty ashamed of liking anime when I was a kid because no one else liked it in my area, and my parents kind of shamed me and my friends as well. It was not a fun time, but I survived. So basically I would just print out the images and just stuck them in my diary, super secretive, and I just stared at it, and I think that really helped me just studying. I am also very lucky to be surrounded by my friends that are amazing artists, and they inspire me a lot because they're such different styles. Especially in my Portuguese community, I have amazing different friends. I really love them. But I also have a friend that recently has been very inspiring to me, which is Nadia Hausa. You probably know her. She is quite amazing and she has a very particular aesthetic, and I really like it. But I really like her art and she really inspires me. Which goes to the question of nerdy pudding, which is where do you get your inspiration from? My inspiration actually, when people ask me, I don't really kind of know, because most of the time I'm just staring at the page until something comes up. It's very annoying sometimes because I just cannot think of anything, and I've been like that in the past few days. I am doing the Midsummer Night Challenge, and the last prompt that I'm doing, it's kicking my ass, the design, because I am on my second drawing and I hate it, and I'm going to redo it today. When people ask me where my inspiration comes, I'm not sure. The normal answer would be things that I consume, that I see every day. For example, comics really inspire me. I read a lot of mostly manga more than comics, but comics, I just finished reading Lore Olympus, which is a fantastic comic. If you ever get to do it, just freaking read it. And mangas, I have talked about it, but Mact is a manga that just inspires the hell out of me. The designs, the story. I wish I kind of had that aesthetic. It's a very different aesthetic from mine because it's kind of gory and a bit dark, and I think my work comes across a little bit more just happy and cheerful. Not that I don't like having work like that, but sometimes I kind of like going a bit on the dark side. And that manga really helps me. I also really like games, and there are so many fantastic games that inspire the hell out of me with the stories and just the designs. Currently playing Last of Us 2 with my boyfriend, and for anyone who's asking, we are liking it so far. We didn't really care about what people were saying, and we just kind of pre-ordered the game because we adore The Last of Us 1. It's the first game we play on the PlayStation 4 on the PlayStation 4 that we got for ourselves on Christmas, on the year that we started to actually live together. So I know we have lots of fun memories. We played it during the New Year's. It was just a great time. I think it's one of his favorite games as well, and mine as well. Even though I don't play, I watch him play because I am terrible at first-person shooters and just shooters in general because I have zero aim. So he plays and I watch, and I just tell him if he missed any loot or to pay attention with any enemies, stuff like that. I'm kind of the second pair of eyes. We really like the game so far. So no spoilers, we are still in the middle. We are taking our sweet time because we are only playing on the weekends. I also really like Detroit Become Human. That game had me consume it vigorously. I only just recently got it and I haven't finished it yet, mostly because I've watched so many runs and I know so many endings that sometimes I don't know, I haven't finished it myself, mostly because I haven't been in the mood for me to play myself. But I really like that game. It's amazing. Uncharted is also super great, and it's a game that has such great background designs. It has so many clues in there. I really like Kingdom Hearts as well. There was a time it really inspired me, but I'm so bad at the battles that I end up not finishing most of them. I'm stuck in one. I think it's the 2. I cannot pass this boss for my life. I'm stuck in there. Music sometimes really inspired me as well. Even though my taste in music is pretty random, very random. Just yesterday we were listening at 7 Adventful in the car, and it's just so random because then I'll be listening like indie, and then I'll be listening to like Selena Gomez. It's just all over the place. And books also, I really like reading some fantastical things, and if I can make my characters look they came out of a book, I'm happy, and I'm really glad that I'm able to do that. So that's pretty much. And honestly, when I just cannot think of anything, I'll go to Pinterest. Pinterest is like my best friend. and on Pinterest I just kind of scroll indefinitely until I find something that kind of says anything. If not, honestly, if I just cannot think of anything and Pinterest doesn't help, I'll just shut everything, sometimes even in silence, because I found that when I'm trying to make a design, I cannot really have a lot of distractions. Otherwise, I just cannot think. Painting is fine, but if I need to study a design or just try and create it, I cannot have any distractions, not even lyrics in music. If I do want to have music, it's like lo-fi or something without lyrics, very chill. Otherwise, I just cannot. So that is pretty much the end of the video. I just want to thank you so much for being here and for just hanging around. I am super grateful, and it's just, I really adore you guys, and I just want to say thank you for being here. Again, if you want to check out the remaining pins, you can head out to my shop in the link down below. And if you want to share it with among your friends, for example, it really helps me out, please. I am just super grateful for everyone that got the pins already. I know they're going to good homes. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to leave a comment telling me which is your favorite pin, or if you have any idea for a video that you want me to do, let me know. I'm always open. Links of all of the things that I mentioned during the video will be down below. And again, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye!